My name is Lauren Deal. I am from a little small town in western North Carolina called Wilkesboro and joined Pure back in January of this year. I live there with my husband in Wilkesboro and our two daughters. I have twin girls, 5 years old. Yeah, that's right, twin daughters. And I'm also a teacher. That's right, a teacher in the middle of a pandemic. So, kind of crazy. But Carrie and I have been friends for years. We have known each other for a long, long time. And I went back, our families went and visited her family back in January of this past year, right after the new year. And I saw her and I was like, oh my gosh, what in the world have you been doing? I hadn't seen her in probably 6 months or something like that. And I mean, the girl lost 50 pounds, y'all. Okay, that's a lot. That's like a toddler, you know. And so I was like, what in the world have you been doing? And so she was like, well, and of course she downplays it because she's just like, it's not that big of a deal. And I'm like, no, seriously. And so she's like, well, I've started this whole food, plant-based nutrition, and I've just, been taking these products and, it's not that big of a deal, whatever. And I'm like, no, we're going to talk for real. And so we started talking and she gave me more information about it. And I said, I'm interested. I'm really interested. She said, well, what are your goals? And I said, I really need some more energy. Did y'all hear the part that I had twin daughters? I need some more energy. I need to sleep better. I could fall asleep at the drop of a hat, but I'd be waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning because I'm like, okay, here's what we got going on today. Here's what I got packed for lunch. Here's what, we got soccer, we got gymnastics, yada, yada, yada. So I might as well get up and do some laundry because it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Why not? So not sleeping too good. And then the other thing I told her is like, I have got to work on some inflammation and some joint pain. After I had the girls, as most women probably have experienced, having a child does something to your body. And you just feel like not so awesome sometimes afterwards. So those were my goals. And she said, all right, well, let's get you started on some products. She said, would you be interested in possibly sharing this? I said, nope. Don't even talk to me about getting started. I'm not sharing it with anybody. I'm not talking to anybody. I don't want to hear. Nope, nope, not going there. She's like, all right. So I started on the products. I came in with a detox pack because it was on sale at the time. Carrie gave me her regimen and said, here's what I do. Here's the shake I make. Get started. See what you think. About 3 weeks in, I had a lot more energy, tons more energy, was sleeping through the night, and my joint pain, significant decrease. See, I had experienced for probably 20 years chronic pain. I have TMJ. It's a disalignment of your jaw. It doesn't align right, and so you grind your joints and your jaw together at night, in particularly. And I had that pain for 20 years, significant joint pain. Nothing was touching it. I was popping 8 to 12 ibuprofen a day, not even cutting it. Probably killing my liver, not a good thing. And so I started feeling this decrease in pain. And I had just resolved to just have this for the rest of my life. The option that the doctor gave me at this point was break your jaw, reconstructive surgery. Huge thing. Wasn't really feeling that option. So I just kind of had resolved to just have this pain forever. If you've ever lived with chronic pain and then you don't live with it, okay, I'm going to do it. And then you don't live with it, it is awesome. It's like nothing you've ever experienced. And I was going every 3 months getting readjusted to see, I was like paying for my, orthopedics, beach house and stuff because I was going to see him so often. And I hadn't seen him since February. Have not been back to see him since February. And for 15 years, I visited him every 3 months. He calls me, actually, a couple of months back. He's like, you hadn't been here in a while. Are you all right? Is everything good? I'm like, yeah, let me talk to you about what I'm doing. And, use that opportunity to share with him what I was doing. So at that point, when I had such awesome experience with those products, there was no other option but to just share. I mean, I had to just share. I felt obligated, a moral and ethical obligation to just share with people. So I started sharing with my friends, my family, people I went to church with, my colleagues, and they began to start taking the products. And at that point, I was starting to get these checks coming in. like a weekly check, monthly check, and I was like, this is pretty cool. This is great. This just paid for the horseback riding lessons, you know. This just paid for the gymnastics we do, and it was like this is kind of significant. And then I started looking more towards the business side of it, which gave me an opportunity to start building a team, bringing in more IBOs. They bring in their IBOs, and we together as a team started building and changing people's lives. So this has just been such a great opportunity for me to experience not only health benefits, but also financial benefits for my family. So my goal now is just to continue to grow and share and be a part of this company. I mean, at this point, you know, I was able last month to bring home about half of what I make monthly as a teacher. That's significant for me and my family. That changes our lives. That gives us an opportunity to provide for our children and do things that we normally wouldn't have done had I not started sharing with people. So I'm just grateful for the opportunity to have been able to be a part of this company and share and be able to share with others and change their lives. That's it.